Hey guys, so I just returned from the Makeup Show New York and thought I would just do a quick video of all that I purchased while I was there because I went a little bit crazy. And since I'm unpacking the empty Zuka that I took up there, I thought that I would just quickly film what it is that I bought. Okay, so going through the first, I guess, I don't know, it's not very exciting, but I did get some brush cleaner. I was told that this, which is the Monda Studio cleaner, which I purchased from Nigel's Beauty Emporium, is the same as the Cinema Secrets cleanser. I don't know how true that is. We'll see what happens, but it smells exactly the same, and an insider told me that it was made in the same facility. It's made in the same plant. It looks the same, it smells the same, so hopefully it performs the same way because we all know how much I love the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. It's amazing. I did buy a fair amount of Z palettes. I got a big one, I got an extra large and some larges. There were several vendors selling Z palettes while I was there. I only got 3. I didn't go too nuts. I would have liked to get the double-sided one. Next year I will do that. Also, there's a deep one now if you like the mineralized skin finishes or anything that's got that really rounded top. They're great for those. If you don't know what this is, it's a magnetized palette, so you can really depot all of your favorite eyeshadow palettes, like the Naked palette. You can take those apart and put your favorite shadows in here as opposed to carrying a bunch of different little palettes. You can put everything in here. So that's blushes, eyeshadows, anything that comes in a metal pan will magnetize and stick to this. So you can put all your stuff in there, dump it over, and it won't fall apart. I was working on a wedding last weekend, and my MAC double-sided palette fell on the floor, and there were shadows everywhere because it's not magnetized. Everything came apart. It was really fun. Not awkward at all. I did stop by Crown Brush booth, which is always crazy. Crown brushes are great, but the booth at the Makeup Show New York is just out of control. It is a feeding frenzy. In a word, madness. It's great, it's fun, but people literally are climbing over each other to get to some brushes. So I did pick up some things. I got an extra spatula, a couple of small fan brushes just for highlighters, a couple tapered blush brushes, which I think are kind of nice, a little natural bristle. I think that's Badger, I'm not really sure. I got a couple of those because I feel like I always need them. One of my favorite pickups this year was a cute little densely packed short shader brush. I find that I always end up grabbing those as well. A small mini fan brush for mascara, so I'm stoked to try that. I'm going to start using that in my kit for my clients. Another little small powder brush for blush and people with smaller faces. I have a little more control with these. Another little push shader brush, which again I'm always kind of reaching for, especially to pack some shadow along that lower lash line. Double, 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 triple. Okay, so that's brushes. That was fun. Never, you really can't, I don't know, I feel like if you've ever gone to the Makeup Show, you know what I'm talking about. It's a little crazy. All for great prices because this was obviously the show. Crown Brush has great pricing. You can go crownbrush.com and purchase a number of different things, all at good prices. However, at the show, everything was a bit cheaper. Also got a pro pack of beauty blenders, so 6 of those and a solid cleanser for I think $55, which was a really good bargain. I was super impressed with that. Stopped by Embryolisse because you can't leave the Makeup Show without going over there. The Lait Creme Concentrate, this is their anniversary, 65-year anniversary box. I was like, why is this gold? Is it special? It might as well be gold for what they charge for it usually. So I got this also at a great price because with this you got a free Hydra Matte, which is great for obviously people with oily skin. It's great to prep with. So you still get the moisture that Embryolisse gives you, but for oily skin, so it will keep you matte, which is good. I also stopped by a new vendor to me this year. I've got literally a bag full of stuff. London Brush Company. I actually heard the owner of London Brush speak at a symposium after I purchased the products, and after I heard her talk, I was even more excited that I patronized her business because she seems really pretty cool. Anyway, I got a vegan brush shampoo. It's like a cream, sort of like a solid for cleaning brushes. The smell is positively amazing. So they say that these vegan shampoos are good for synthetic and natural bristle, which I totally believe. It's goat's milk. Is it? I don't know. She does have a goat's milk one. Coconut milk. Because it's vegan. Okay. I got it. Took me a minute, but I finally caught up. So anyway, I bought two flavors, 2 flavors. Don't eat it. 2 cents because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. They smell amazing. It really does smell like I'm at a spa. English Lavender and Clary Sage. They both smell awesome. I couldn't decide which one to get. And because they were such a good price, I bought both. I also swung over to Skindinavia. Skindinavia does setting sprays, and also now they have a spray primer, which is pretty cool. So I bought the primer spray, which I'm interested. I'm always a sort of a serum-based primer person, so I'm interested to see how this goes. I did spray this on the back of my hand while I was at the booth, and I really do feel like it does prime, so we'll see. It's supposed to be oil-free and paraben-free, which is great. And then this is, excuse me, I just drank a lot of seltzer water really quickly. This is the finishing spray. They have a million different finishing sprays. They have one specific for bridal, which I thought was interesting. I asked the rep at the booth and she said that it somehow brings out brighter pigment. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I've not used it. So we'll see. They have obviously an oil control one. The list goes on. They have a lot of different versions. And then I did get a schmample of the oil control primer spray as well. This is the regular primer spray. So primer spray, finishing spray, yada yada. These Skindinavia is the people that make Urban Decay setting sprays. So if you like Urban setting spray, you can get a bigger bottle for a little bit cheaper by going directly to Skindinavia, who makes kind of their own private label version. So just important point to know. Swung over to the Naked booth. Not used Naked before, and I was with my friend Rachel, who's also a makeup artist. I will link her channel below because she's a YouTuber with a great following. And we bought pigments. She's really into pigments. I will not swatch these out because they're kind of a mess. The reason I bought this, there's a matte black pigment in the very bottom, and I was at the booth playing with these at the Naked Cosmetics booth, and I mixed it with a little bit of water and it made quite a nice line. So I'm thinking I'm going to mix my matte black pigment here with like a sealant, like a cake sealant, and make a black liner out of it, because I feel like all my gel liners just kind of quit and dry out way before they're used. I feel like I'm just wasting money continuing to buy more and more gel liner. So there's a whole bunch of pigments in here. I'll do another pigment video, but you can see the colors are really, really pretty. It's pretty neutral because, you know, I'm a neutral kind of girl for the most part. Do a lot of bridal. That's what happens when you do a lot of bridal. You get kind of stuck in the neutral hole. Makeup Forever, because you cannot go to the makeup show without going to Makeup Forever. And I visited some of my girls that I typically see when I go to the Philadelphia store, and they were there. So I got, yeah, I'm totally excited about these. I don't own a flash palette. I feel like a big girl makeup artist now because I finally have a flash palette. So I have the original flash palette, which is amazing. You can do about a million things with this. Lipsticks, correctors, you can mix foundation, you can just, there's so many different things you can do with this. And then as well as the foundations palette. It's not really, I mean, you can do, I think between the two of these, you'll be, I will be really set. So typically these retail for $95 at the makeup show. You basically bought one, got one free. So both of these two together were $95, which is awesome. I got some Makeup Forever. I got some blushes. I got some kohl pencils because I feel like my kohl pencil selection in my kit was a little bit sad. I did get some aqua eyes just because I got a black one because I feel like I should have a black one. If you don't know, the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes were actually tested submerged underwater, so they are for sure not going anywhere. And then, what else did I get? I got another really kind of, it's a brown color, but it's definitely, it's like a no liner liner, which is something that I find I use a lot. Okay, so my biggest complaint, I might have to blog about this because I'm really upset. One of my favorite lip glosses on the planet Earth was the Makeup Forever Lab Shine. I love Lab Shine. It had a mango scent that I personally, I dug that. It wasn't sticky, it was moisturizing, it went on really smooth, it didn't go anywhere, your hair didn't stick to it if you're caught in the wind or anything like that. I get to the booth, I'm excited, I'm ready to fill my shopping bag with Lab Shine, and they say, oh, that's discontinued. And I died a little bit inside. So I bought what they replaced it with, which is the Artist Plexi Gloss. They changed also the applicator. They took the scent out, which kind of bummed me out because I really like the smell of the Lab Shine, and they've got this kind of weird scoop-like doe foot applicator with the notch in it, and I don't really know what it's for. I don't know why it's great. However, they say that you don't need to double dip. You can pull enough product out on this fat little doe foot wand that you don't need to go back and refill your product. I find that to be not true. And I don't have big lips, so I'm scooping out of these lip glosses. I bought one at the booth and immediately unboxed it and started using it, and I was not as happy with it as I was with the Lab Shine. So I've actually contacted my girls in the Philly store and said, send me all of the Lab Shine, and they are sending me all of the Lab Shine. So by this time next week, I will have enough lip gloss for personal use to last me until I retire, which I'm stoked about. Doesn't have the smell, it does have the pigment payoff, I will say that. I think that's impressive, but it's sticky. It's not the same formula. It's got pigment. There are metallic, well, and that's the thing, I really didn't even see, unless I missed it, any metallics. And I really liked the Lab Shine metallic line, all the M's. M16 in particular was my favorite. It's gone. I also bought a clear one for my kit just because sometimes I don't have a gloss that matches and I just gloss right over top of a matte lipstick and make it glossy. So bummed. Thank you, Makeup Forever. You broke my heart in a big way. I got some smoothing primer, which I also don't think this was what I asked for. I think I asked for the pore primer. I don't know. Anyway, Makeup Forever's come out with a bunch of new primers. I think I asked for the pore primer, but I didn't get it. So I guess that's the universe's way of telling me that I don't need it. Sure. Some eyeshadows, some blushes. Again, things I can put in my brand new Z palettes, which is cool. A refill of my Matte Velvet Plus in the color number 30 because I was running low on that, and that's the color that I use the most. Yeah. Drum roll. I guess the most exciting thing that I purchased while I was there, I went and visited the ladies at Temp2 because I do have an airbrush machine. I do use it on myself occasionally and on clients. I'm running currently the 2.0 compressor with the AirPod system. I like the AirPods. I was having some trouble initially with it. I'm probably gonna do another video on that, but until the time comes, I did purchase the gravity fed trigger for it, and this is the SP40, which is compatible on the 2.0 compressor. So if you have a 2.0 compressor, you can run the AirPod and this gravity fed trigger on it as well, along with a Temp2 foundation pack and a bottle of airbrush cleaner, because you will need this. Unlike the AirPods, obviously, as you know, you can imagine you have to clean the lines out between each color and things of that nature. So yeah, go to the Makeup Show if you ever get the opportunity. I will say it's a little bit maddening. Those are my dogs barking. It's a little bit maddening if you're trying to shop because it's very overwhelming and people are literally crawling all over each other to get the good deals. And while I understand that, all sense of personal space sort of goes out the window. So if you're gonna go and you're gonna go shopping, I would say pack your patience, as my friend Rachel said, because you're gonna need it. However, it's 3 days full of education and 3 days worth of just camaraderie and makeup artists getting together and sort of celebrating, you know, the business, and you get to see a lot of really cool things. You get to hang out in Midtown Manhattan, which is never a bad thing. You get to eat really good food and see your friends, and go to the makeupshow.com and you will find all the information that you need. Some of the educational opportunities there are amazing. You can get fantastic education if you choose to purchase a class, which I recommend. I did take some classes last year and I really enjoyed that. This year I was really just kind of kit building, so that's the reason that I went this year. I was going to spend all my money on stuff, and I did. Thank God my tax return came back before I left. Anyway, so that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If there's anything you want to, any of the stuff that I purchased, if you want some more information on it or would like a video, please comment. And thanks for watching. Also, I feel the need to apologize for my appearance. I have literally not had a day off since I returned from New York, and I have several weddings this weekend as well as other photo shoots, boudoir shoots this weekend. So I am, you know, this is what happens at the end of a day when you've put in 14 hours. This is what the end of 14 hours looks like. So I apologize for my appearance, but I wanted to show you all of these things while I was unpacking. So all of these things are coming to you in real time. So thanks, guys.